Welcome back, guys. My name is Max, and today we're going to be reacting to Nate Diaz. I'm a big UFC guy, love Nate Diaz. I've seen him in a ton of interviews and a ton of fights, but I've never really dissected or broken down his communication skills. So that's what I do. I'm a communication skills coach, and on this channel, I react to different people's presentations, interviews, and conversations. So that's what I'm going to be doing with Nate Diaz today, and without further ado, let's get started.
We got the man who beat Connor right here, and you ready for some questions?
Yep.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Don't sound so enthusiastic.
I was just gonna say.
Come on. You got A, B, C. Connor, RDA, GSP. You have to give an answer.
More money.
Agree with that. Grabaka Hitman asks after the fight.
See that big breath he took in there?
Not to agree with that. Grabaka Hitman asks after the fight.
To me, that's a sign of a little bit of anxiety. Doesn't like when the attention's on him, it doesn't seem like. I've mentioned this in a few of my other videos. It really does seem like he's a true introvert in that way. He kind of feels uncomfortable when the spotlight's on him. And people might perceive that as rude. I don't think it is rude. I think that's just him not being comfortable as being the center of attention. And in addition to that, he doesn't care what people think about him. So the mix of him not caring about what people think about him and all the lights being on him result in this. Quick answers. He takes deep breaths. He might not make eye contact with you. He doesn't care to please people. He doesn't care to put it on for anyone. He's going to be him. And him right now isn't comfortable.
Will you take Connor under your wing and teach him the ways of the American Ninja?
Hey, he should have joined a long time ago.
I'm curious, have you seen the memes that...
Really short answers, right? We're talking 4, 5, 6 seconds. Keeps it short.
Okay, well, Luke asks, would you ever consider fighting your brother inside the octagon?
Fight his
I want to
brother.
fight Luke.
Oh, yeah, here we go, Luke. Nice. Well, very nice. You know, the thing is...
He wasn't lying there when he said he wanted to fight that guy that asked him if he wanted to fight his brother. That's funny, man. I mean, he's moving around a lot, too. It's hard for him to stand still. It's a sign of him just not being sort of comfortable in this setting. This is why we like Nate, though, because he keeps it real. It's obvious that Nate doesn't love doing these things, and he's showing us that. And that's, I think, part of why we like him. It's just like there's no BS with this guy. It's all genuine.
I think he's looking for the pound-for-pound best fighter.
You're talking about me
best,
again.
You know,
Yeah.
so. And then, yeah, I guess, I don't know.
All right.
Right, but would...
I bet him and Mike probably have a good relationship off camera, and they probably joke around. But on camera, what I sense is that it's hard for Nate to be present. So as a result, when people are trying to joke around and be light, it's hard for him to go there, right? He's just trying to get through that moment. So that's the sense I got there. Okay, so that concludes the first interview. Let's check out a clip from another interview. Nate Diaz reflects on the win versus Anthony Pettis.
I know Joe Rogan wanted an answer on your immediate fighting future. Would you like to get another one in here before we close the book on 2019?
Well, I don't even know what month it is, but yeah, whatever.
Again, one of the reasons we love Nate. Keeps it real. Doesn't even know what month it is. Something we can learn from his conversation skills in that way is just like, be honest, man. And as a result, look how many people love Nate. He's got like a cult following. We appreciate his authenticity.
Sure, man, he's D1, so I'm just wrestling all these guys, and I don't know wrestling credential like that. I never did, and I should have. And then they're bringing their friends in, and boy, I got wrestling on an accident. I don't even try to take it.
Again, man, Nate keeps it real. It's the best way of putting it. The guy talks like he talks to these guys, just like he'd probably talk to his friends. Doesn't change a thing. When he's got his arms crossed here, this is what he'd probably do when he's hanging out with his friends. He's just him. Now, if you're going for a job interview, would I recommend following Nate Diaz's body language? Probably not.
Because I've been through waves of people who've came in and been champions and gone.
Right.
I was before in the UFC, before everybody got there. I've been in there before. I remember when John Jones got here. You know what I'm saying? And then I've been on downhill and uphill and down. I'm still...
When he's speaking, these guys are listening, man. Like, these guys are listening to Nate. So I do think he sort of commands a certain respect from people when he does speak, because people want to hear what he has to say, because what he has to say is honest. And he truly does believe that he deserves more respect than he gets.
How big of an impact has your brother Nick has been in your career?
And Nick's the best fighter in the world, and there's no love for him. It's like the Masvidal thing. I recognize that he's been in the game longer than me even, and I can appreciate that. I want to fight anybody who's been fighting everybody, and is still here, still on top of the game. Not some new ass champ that's been here for 2 years, 3 years. Because you know what, I already been seeing you.
When he's talking about stuff that he knows and he's talking about stuff that he feels like passionate about or angry about, he has no problem speaking. Yeah, maybe he has some trouble articulating some of his ideas, but for the most part, he's doing fine. And you can tell Nate has a real respect for people who have been around for a long time. You can see it just by him giving respect to different people. Yeah, one of them was his brother, and he truly believes his brother's the best. That's cool to hear as well. But we like when people like Nate, who keep it real, talk highly about someone else, because you know they're really giving that person their props. And it shows sort of a humble side to Nate that I can really appreciate as well. So that's cool to see.
George St. Pierre always used to say he loved training, but he absolutely hated fight night. You know,
Yeah, well, he's scary ass.
Yeah.
What's up with him? Is he fighting anymore? He's done?
Well, the focus is on you tonight.
I love how Nate just flips the question. You don't see fighters do that very often, but Nate doesn't care. Nate, again, the way he communicates, he doesn't follow the rules.
Him and Nick should step up in the game and step 2 OGs, get back in here and get it done like it's supposed to be done. Because he always puts these little hints out there like he still want to be fighting. And he's in and he's out and he's still training with people. What you doing? If you're going to do it, do it.
He doesn't shy away from conflict. He doesn't look to please people or to avoid things. Like, he just says what he feels. And that's why we love Nate. So that's my reaction to Nate Diaz. Obviously, I've seen a lot of Nate before, but this is the first time I've really talked about his communication skills in any way. Again, he's the ultimate non-people pleaser. And in a way, that's a great thing because he stands up for himself. He trusts himself. And I do believe that this is probably a guy who really does know himself well. He stays true to himself. And that's shown through his communication skills. So again, if this is your thing, I would love you to subscribe to this channel. Please do that. Please hit the like button. And I'm gonna be putting out a ton more content with tons of different people. So if there's someone you'd like to see, let me know in the comment section. Other than that, we'll see you soon. I'm Max. Peace.